You already know, don't you, that the brain, your brain, is like a wild jungle. Left alone, it grows tangled. Vines wrapping tighter, blocking the light. But when fire sweeps through, stress, chaos, upheaval, something remarkable happens. The old undergrowth burns away, and new life springs up stronger, faster, greener. And isn't it fascinating how the same process, it's always been happening inside you? Because when you really chunk up, stress isn't just a thing you deal with. It's the crucible of evolution. The furnace that forged every human alive. Every ancestor you have, every warrior, every mother, every farmer, every child that survived plagues, wars, storms. They all endured stress. If they hadn't, you literally wouldn't exist. So when you try to avoid stress, you're actually trying to step out of evolution. And can you even imagine what that does? A tree that refuses wind doesn't grow strong rings. It grows brittle. A society that avoids challenge rots from inside. A person who avoids stress doesn't just stagnate, they shrink. Their brain, their spirit, their life becomes a smaller and smaller box. Now you can imagine two paths. On one, you skip the stress, the fear, the chaos. You numb yourself with distractions. You stay safe, and 10 years pass, 20 years. You wake up realizing you've been repeating yesterday on loop. The world moved on, but you stayed the same. How heavy is that regret? On the other path, you lean into stress consciously. You breathe into the discomfort. You let recovery weave the new neural pathway, and suddenly, 10 years from now, you look back and you see every storm carved you into someone unshakable, resilient, alive. Which story feels like yours? But here's the thing. When you face stress consciously, your brain literally changes. Neurons fire together, wire together. You're physically sculpting yourself into a new human. And when you don't, the circuits prune away. Like a road left unused, overgrown, until you can't even see the path anymore. So the implication is simple. Avoid stress, and you're actively choosing atrophy. Lean into stress, and you're choosing growth. There's no neutral. Every day is a rep, every choice is a weight lifted or dropped. And maybe you've heard about how samurai swords are forged, hammered, folded, heated, cooled over and over. That stress makes them unbreakable. And as you hear that story, you can notice how your mind begins to imagine your own life being hammered, folded, tested, and becoming sharper. Or the tree that only grows deep roots when the storm rages. And you can wonder how deep your own roots are sinking now, without you even needing to try. Or the rocket ship burning through chaos to break free of gravity. And maybe without realizing, you're already feeling the ignition, because part of you knows you've been sitting on the launch pad far too long. And the science makes it even more hypnotic. Stress releases cortisol, which cracks the old pathways. Recovery floods the brain with dopamine and BDNF, repairing, rewiring, upgrading. Each stress recovery cycle, it's literally neurogenesis. You're growing new brain cells every time you face the fire. Isn't it wild? You can just decide to grow your brain. And if you don't, well, the karma's a bitch. Avoid stress, and you pay with regret, with boredom, with fragility. You die while still alive. And no one will tell you, because mediocrity, it's socially acceptable. But you'll feel it, that hollow ache, that whisper of, I could have been more. And now you can notice how easy it is to remember times you've already done this. You can let yourself imagine ways you'll naturally keep doing it more and more. You can feel how important it is, how powerful it is. And you can begin, even now, to step into a new identity. Someone who doesn't avoid stress, but seeks it consciously, recovers and grows. Because you already are that. You always were. And now, you get to live it. So here's the truth. You're either fucking growing or you're fucking shrinking. There's no in between. Stress plus recovery equals growth. Biology doesn't lie. Hide from stress and your brain shrivels like an unused muscle. Seek stress consciously and you become a goddamn force of nature. That's the deal. That's the karma. That's the evolution. So step into the storm, lift the weight, burn through the chaos. Because 10 years from now, you'll either thank yourself for becoming unbreakable or curse yourself for staying small. And you know, don't you, which one feels right?